still better than a Cursed Child movie, am I right, guys? Hey guys, Harry Thomas here, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my thoughts on the recently confirmed news about the Harry Potter TV show for HBO Max, which J.K. Rowling, creator of the Wizarding World herself, will have involvement with, and will be a far more faithful adaptation of her 7 books than the 8 movies were. Now, of course, with the whopping success of Hogwarts Legacy, the game of the year, which I will certainly get to later this year and review for you all, because a major Wizarding World property like that, I ain't skipping it, and I'm sure this convinced, Warner Brothers to, well, only uh, give us more Potter content. So with as JK herself said, it's impossible to incorporate all her story in a film that's under 4 hours. So even a movie as long as Avatar: The Way of Water wouldn't be able to cover all of her book. So a TV show is in order. And in all honesty, I can see where both sides are coming from. I don't blame you if you think it's unnecessary and they should just leave the films as they are. Or if you're optimistic and think, oh, you're curious to see how a more faithful adaptation of the books would fare. I'm personally 50-50 on this. I mean, I see both sides of the argument entirely. I will give it this. At least it's not a remake of the movies. Thank God, the movies are going to stay as they are. It's just a TV show. So, but even so, it's gonna be odd seeing entirely different casts play the Harry Potter characters, because the Harry Potter movie cast to me are irreplaceable. I mean, and I I guarantee you, a, if the original Harry Potter cast were ever to return to the big screen, Dan, Emma, and Rupert, that movie would join the $2 billion club. Whereas if they were to make a Harry Potter remake and recast new actors as our trio, it's people wouldn't go half as crazy for it. But I am optimistic about season 6 of this show, which will be an adaptation of the Half-Blood Prince. And the Half-Blood Prince, as you all know, is my least favourite of the 11 Wizarding World movies, including the Fantastic Beasts. Not that the movie was bad, it's just they left out so well the most important parts of the book, like most of Tom Riddle's backstory, and especially the Battle of the Astronomy Tower and Dumbledore's funeral. That was a huge no-no for me and all the fans. Yeah, the decision to cut out Dumbledore's funeral pleased nobody. So I'm sure J.K. Rowling would insist that this show include Dumbledore's funeral and have that be the finale of season 6. And yeah, I love that they're going to structure each season of the show as a adaptation of what one book. That way, through multiple episodes, they will have lots of time to include all the subplots and all the stuff in the book, so that's never saw the big screen. Even some characters that never saw the big screen, and I guarantee you they'll include the storyline with Hermione, helping the house elves. Yes, the Harry Potter movies are not perfect adaptations of their source material, but they are still darn right classics, and I will cherish them with all of my heart. And the movies still made an effort to be as loyal to their books as possible. Heck, did you see how much of the dialogue from the first 2 books was in the Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets movies? And that's why they split the Deathly Hallows movies as into 2 parts, because there was literally enough material. Though I am skeptical about the Goblet of Fire adaptation, as the Goblet of Fire book, as good as this is far too long for my liking. This was the first book that they briefly and seriously considered doing as two movies, but thankfully Mike Newell put his foot down. He knew there was no cliffhanger in the middle of the Goblet of Fire to end part one of Order of the Phoenix book adaptation. Season 5 of this show I am most concerned about, as Order of the Phoenix is my least favourite book. I mean, it's even longer and more unnecessarily stretched out than Goblet of Fire. Even J.K. Rowling herself admitted she probably overwrote Order of the Phoenix. Just look at how long it took to get to Hogwarts in the book, whereas David Yates and Michael Goldenberg rightfully made the Order of the Phoenix movie way shorter and infinitely quicker paced in comparison, and added more action. So I hope that the season 5 doesn't feel too boring. And I also hope that this TV series utilizes Ginny better than the Harry Potter movies did. As Bonnie Wright, I mean, bless her, adore her as Ginny, but she really could have done more. Also, I hope they actually show Peter Pettigrew's or Wormtail's a true comeuppance from the book. Like in the Deathly Hallows book, he gets strangled by his silver hand that Voldemort gave him. That felt like a satisfying comeuppance for him for selling Lily and James to Voldemort. Whereas in the Deathly Hallows Part 1 movie, Dobby just knocks him unconscious and then we never see or hear from Wormtail again. And how on earth is this show going to make an iconic theme for itself? Like, because you can't possibly beat John Williams's iconic theme for Harry Potter, the da 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 da. I mean, whether they'll use that theme or make an original theme remains to be seen, but they had better get a composer that knows what they're doing. And I mean, I really don't think this show will ever top the movies in general. But like I said, there are still things to look forward to in seeing some things from the books brought visually to life. So I'm just praying that this show doesn't end up being a waste of time and doesn't turn out a cash grab. And I also am keeping a positive mindset that the success of Hogwarts Legacy and the green lighting of this series will convince Warner Brothers that Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5 are worth making. Because if I was the CEO of Warner Brothers and working with J.K. Rowling right now, I would infinitely rather Fantastic Beasts 4 and 5 over this Harry Potter reboot TV show. So I'm so thankful that some much needed positivity has finally come back to the Wizarding World franchise. I mean, well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this news update and hearing my thoughts. And what are your thoughts on this Harry Potter TV show? Are you for it or against it? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.